Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to day 3 of my Christmas Whisky Advent Calendar, which I picked up from Master of Malt. And if you have missed the last 2 videos, day 1 and day 2, I will leave them linked either here or here and here at the end of the video. So, if you haven't also checked out my Christmas top 10 whiskies, I will leave that linked up here, so you can then go and give that a check, as it's got some of my personal favorites from this year and my top 10 Christmas whiskies. So without further ado, let's get behind door number 3, which is up here. I've got to be careful because I might rip the whole thing off and then it will not be a surprise to us. So pop that just over there for a second. Let's see what's behind day number 3. We have a single grain whiskey. Now I've definitely tried this one before in the past. It says Bain's Naturally Pure Cape Mountain Whiskey. Okay. So single grain whiskey from, I believe this is from South Africa. So if you don't already know, Bain's is from South Africa. The distillery, I believe, is the James Sedgwick Distillery, located in Wellington in South Africa, because I met the master distiller 2 weeks ago at the Telegraph event here in London. Didn't get to take a picture with him, but really cool guy. And he also uses Twitter, so you guys can go and, ask him stuff on Twitter. Ooh, smells a bit different to what I tried at the actual show. But nonetheless, we're going to pour ourselves a dram. So this box actually, I think, has got a lot more world whiskies in it than it does have mainly Scotch, but I haven't checked the content because I want it to be a surprise this year. Plus, I kind of ooh, that's really good. So recently I've been getting into a lot of single grain whiskey, and I feel it's something a lot of people neglect because they just see single malt and they see blended, but they don't really look so deep into single grain whiskey, which again I feel is a gem in the market. So Batiki is one of the companies which I bought a lot of their single grain, like from Invergordon. You can try stuff from Port Dundas, many other different grain distilleries, and you can really be surprised at the quality of these grain whiskies. However, because they're produced in mass quantities, people sort of tend to write them off and say they should only be used in blends, which I completely disagree with. I feel you should give them a try. If you don't like them, then maybe use them in a blend. But yeah, getting to this one on the nose, this is from South Africa. So normally you don't see that many whiskies from South Africa. I believe they've got one called 3 Ships. I believe someone was telling me about that one. And this one being Bain's, which is, I believe, owned from Distill. So in terms of the actual overall nose on this one, I'm going to get to that in just a second. I want to cover the maturation because I did read into this one before. I think Bain's was, if memory serves me well, was matured initially for 3 years in first fill bourbon casks, and then another 3 years in first fill bourbon casks. No, sorry, 3 years, then 2 years in bourbon casks. So you can just sort of see the breakdown in terms of what the maturation was. It's pretty much 5 years in total in first fill bourbon, and they try to sort of initially re-put it into another fresh cask, so it just sort of gives it more character instead of it sort of mellowing out in the same sort of flavors. So on the nose, you're getting a little citrus character. Ooh, it's a little bit of a perfumery one. It's got like a floral perfumery aspect. The citrus is there. It's like a lemon grind, maybe a touch of grapefruit in this one. Again, vanilla cream. Not so much of a herbal character like I got in the previous whiskey, but there is something sort of herbal there. This is like maybe, I'm going to say thyme or something. Because I've been doing a lot of herbal gardening. I've got planting lots of different herbs in the summer and trying to see the different aspects of herbal character. And I feel that's something a lot of people need to sort of try and expand their nose profiles. If you take lots of different herbs, or if you go to your local shops and you buy different herbs and you just nose them, or take like a few different branches off, or little sticks off, and then sort of smell the leaf and understand the flavors, it sort of develops your profile and your palate much more. And your nosing ability, and because it's at the end of the day, nosing a whiskey is down to experience. So that's one thing. When I was recently in Taiwan, I tried a lot of the local cuisine. Some of it was absolutely insanely good, and I just want to go back actually. But then you got other things which sort of just give you that sort of click moment. It's like, okay, when I try a whiskey, that's what I was getting. And if you haven't missed if you have missed the last video, the Buffalo Trace one, day 2. Go and check it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really surprising at the quality and certain aspects of experiences that can be linked to even drinking or nosing a whiskey. I was trying to see if it would develop out a little bit further, but all those aspects I noted in the beginning are still there. So I can't really pick out anything much more from this one, but what I will say is I'll do a full in-depth review and I'll leave that top linked over there. So if you do want to check it out, when I do get around to doing it, probably in January, you will see a review on the Bain's single grain whiskey. But now let's move into the palate for this whiskey. So in terms of the palate for this whiskey, it does have a very nice mouth-coating, viscous, rich texture. The taste on the palate is actually kind of like a dessert. It's creamy, almost like a custard, like a vanilla custard. But I'm also getting notes that remind me of like a banana split. It's actually like a dessert, very easygoing, mellow, not so much spice. It had an ever so little gentle, mouth-warming sort of candy ginger aspect. But as soon as that goes, it's very easy. And that's one thing I love about grain whiskey. It's so, for me, it's just like dessert resemblance. So this one's got a soft sort of like little coconut character, but the banana split comes back in. You're getting like banana, you're getting cream, you're getting sort of like a glaze of chocolate over the top. A little sort of chewy toffee bits, that little small toffee bits. All these different flavors. And that's why when I said it's got a mouth coating, sort of a much more richer texture to it. It's almost like you're able to chew these characters through the whiskey. Really good. So next I'll move into the finish and then I'll come to my conclusion. So on the finish for this one, it does have a very nice sort of, I'd say a medium finish. The palate was actually so much more better, but the vanilla is back in there, sort of again like a creamy vanilla cream, almost like a royal icing. Maybe not royal icing, butter icing. Got a little spicy aspect, and this is a very soft, gentle, like cardamom, nutmeg, powdered cinnamon, which is actually more sweeter if you try it compared to stick cinnamon, white chocolate, and it sort of rolls there. The flavors are not sort of going too quickly, but they're just so mellow, and as they sort of fade, it's just sort of fading ever so slightly and softly. Wow. Really like that one. So that's day 3. I'm really enjoying this calendar so far. I've had 3 whiskeys so far, 3 completely different regions of the world, and I'm looking forward to day 4. So anyway, if you've tried Bain's, let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know your favorite single grain whiskey if you've tried a couple single grains. Leave those down below in the comment section. But anyway, that's going to be it for day number 3. And if you have enjoyed the video, drop it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out video number 1 and video number 2, day 1, day 2. And this will be day number 4. I'll leave over there in the bottom corner. But on that note, this has been JasonWhiskyWise, Solange, and I'll catch you all for the next video.